Lisa Clark here, and this is part 2 of the Coffe series. And I'm just continuing with my white pan pastel using my soft tool, and I'm going to start creating more of a shine effect on this picture. And really, not a lot I can tell you other than patience, lots of patience. Towards the end of this part 2, you will see me. I'm going to start using my pencils to put in more detail. But right now, I feel like this picture needs a little bit more to it. So I'm going to gently start adding more layers of the white pan pastel using my soft tool. And you'll see me use the edge to create finer lines. It's not that difficult. It's just a matter of learning how to hold the tool, the soft tool, and using the edge of the sponge when you need to get into a smaller area. As I said in part 1, I think I tend to use pan pastels for a lot more detail than most people would. Pans can be finicky, but on the other hand, I think pan pastels are very forgiving. You can go right back over it with a whole different color if you need to. But yeah, you're going to just see me try to manipulate these lines to create that shiny surface on this coffee pitcher. And then I'm going to add a little more detail here to the lid. I need to define that cap of that lid so that it can appear to be separate from the pitcher. Working on the little knob, doing a little more detail here, and I will go back and forth. I'll step back, look at it, and decide where I need to adjust things. So, hey, it's a learning experience. I've never painted a coffee pitcher, a chrome coffee pitcher before, so I'm learning as I go. Literally each stroke, I'm learning what's going to work and what doesn't work for me. Yeah, pay attention to that reference photo. I do tend to sometimes forget myself, and I have to remind myself, look at the reference photo so I can get some of this detail in correctly. Here I'm just starting this reflection, trying to decide where I need to place that so that the reflection of the coffee grinder on the pitcher it appears. So I'm trying to see where I want that and what that's going to look like. And I will go back and forth between the black and the white pan pastel. Yep, that's a pretty good placement of that. I do end up changing things a little bit as we progress through these videos. But to me, that's what it's about. You keep looking and you decide, what needs to go here to make this look like this, and then so on and so forth. So, yep. And as usual, I am never going to stick on one part of the picture very long. So now I'm working over here on this little handle on top of this grinder. The very tip of it is black in the photo reference. So I am trying to create that effect here. And generally speaking, you want to add your white next to your black because that makes the white whiter and the black blacker. So yeah, it's just a learning experience. So there's a lot of different moving parts to this grinder. So I'm trying to lay down what I want it to look like. There's a lot of looks like a screw almost. And the threads are there. So I'm just trying to pick up on that so I know where I want those to sit. And then I'm going to go over to wow, a lot of empty space here. Anyway, I'm going to go back over to this part and add my blacks and my whites so that there's a contrast. So there's a definition of what this is supposed to look like. And then I'm going to add here, I'm adding the black between the white, which makes that white pop a little better. Do you know what I mean? It gives it contrast. So, and then adding some black right here. And look what that does. Now, I did end up going up too soon right here, which is a perfect time to show you how forgiving pans can be. Look how crooked that lid is. So I know it's crooked. So now I'm going to go back and, oops, see, got to correct that. And boom, I can correct it. So very forgiving, which it needs to be for me. I make mistakes all the time, but it's okay. That's how we learn. So anyway, I'm trying to define the lip of that lid. So that's what you see me doing there, and I will play around with that continuously throughout the series of this coffee series. So yeah, and it's like I said, I'm okay with it because I learn. I learn with each stroke. I learn with each thing that I apply. This works. This doesn't work. I do that with my pencils too. I think I did start out with the charcoal. I can't really tell. This could be a polychromos. I don't know. But in any rate, I do mess around with different pencils to decide what's going to create the look I want. See, I changed pencils. I think this is the charcoal now. But yeah, that's what it's about though. Learning what works, what gives you the effect that you're looking for. You might have wanted something different, and that's good. That's fine. I'm showing you here how, you got to kind of play around what works, what doesn't work. Use it more than just a tiny little spot though. Be sure to use it in different areas. See what that does. But this will wrap up part 2. Stay tuned for part 3 where we're really going to start digging into some details. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye.